I will still say that season 1 of Arrow is phenomenal TV. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. You have failed this city. My name's Ash, I'm a cybersecurity enthusiast, and on this video, we're going to be going over TryHackMe's LIAN YU, a boot to root machine. For notes, links, timestamps, see the description, otherwise let's go. I'm wearing a V-neck t-shirt because Arrow. Quick update. Already got the room opened up here, so let's go start machine. So we've got welcome to LIAN YU, this Arrowverse themed beginner CTF box. Capture the flags, have fun. I will still say that season 1 of Arrow is phenomenal TV, so I don't know if it holds up. Let's start our enumeration. Awesome, updates finished. Let's get on the network. We are on the network. We can see our box. So we'll go for our rust scan, see what we're looking at. Ooh, oh, okay. We've got some unusual ports. So we've got some typical FTP, SSH, HTTP, and then two that aren't familiar to me. I'm not sure if this is a common one, but this is definitely not. So let's tuck this away. So let's just type out our ports that we're going to do a further scan on, and then chuck that through our nmap. Okay, so nothing with our FTP. The usual spiel from SSH. Do see a web server running Apache, so we'll definitely start there. Yeah, don't know what RPC is. This RPC bind, and then we just have an open connection, so they might be connected or linked. I do not know. Let's go to the web server. Arrowverse. Oliver Jones, Ollie Queen, was former billionaire playboy turned archer superhero of Star City, yada yada yada, DC Universe, James Gunn, Island, 5 years. I know the story. Control U, let's go see what we can find. Oh, if you scroll down, there actually is a message here from the room creator. Massive fan of the Arrowverse. You don't actually need to know anything about the Arrowverse. All right, sweet, that's cool. So nothing here immediately. There's no little hidden clues. Just the fact that the title of the page is called Purgatory. So let's go over and do a rust scan, discovery, web content, and we want one of these. This one works well. We're just going to start with directories. Let's go for one of these. We use the big.txt. Yeah, I had to go put the bins out. Okay, we've got a finished scan and we've got Island. Let's go. Oh no, don't talk. I wasn't expecting you at this moment. I will meet you there. Should find a way to LIAN YU as we planned. The code word is blank. Okay, Control U, we can see our blank code word here. Something tells me we're not finished enumerating because this doesn't really help us. We're missing more pieces of the puzzle. So let's go ahead and do this scan again, but this time just focus in that directory we found. It didn't find anything. All right, we'll go ahead and try another word list. Oh, awesome. Okay, so that didn't take too long. So this takes us to another page which says how Oliver Queen finds his way to LIAN YU. Got a YouTube link, but there is a comment here. You can avail your .ticket here. But how? This is pretty tricky because I mean, there's not much to go off, but the .ticket does sort of clue us in. Typically, if we're searching for a directory, we're not going to find any dots in it, maybe, but we usually would find a dot something like a file extension. So perhaps that we can look for extensions using our feroxbuster scan. We'll just go ahead and update into this new directory, but with this extension, maybe there's actually an extension like .ticket, like it says. Well, would you look at that, after a couple minutes, we have indeed found a file. All right, so it says this is just a token to get you into the Queen's Gambit, the ship, and we've been given some sort of code. So when I've been given a code and I have no idea what it is, let's go to CyberChef. So there's no detection, so it's probably not gonna be like a base. Usually they get detected. Otherwise we do have something that's rotated and it sort of fits what could be rotated. So maybe rotated 13, and we can just sort of click through. Maybe rotate 47, because there are numbers. I don't know if rotate 13 does symbols too. Yeah. So maybe we try something else. Maybe it is a base. Maybe it's not. Yeah, like usually these bases can get picked up sort of fast. Oh, so looking at base 58, it doesn't look like anything, but it is in Leet speak. Hood. He's like known as the Hood. So I guess you do need to know a little bit because otherwise that wouldn't necessarily stand out to me. It looked a little bit like nonsense. Okay, so we have a code word. We have this ASCII text. Assumably, we've now got something. What do we do with all this? Maybe we go back and check out some of our other protocols. Now, I didn't see that we could use anonymous. Yeah. Well, actually, what if vigilante was a username? What if we could log in as vigilante? And I guess that this ticket would be the password? All right. How convenient. Let's go. So we've got now a few images. So let's go ahead and just get all of these. Okay, great. We'll exit out of there. Okay, so we have a directory. So let's get all of our files and put them in our new directory. We have our JPEG and 2 PNGs. So let's just go over these one by one. So aa.jpg, we've got Slade Wilson. Believe this guy's actually Australian, the actor. We have a broken Leave Me Alone PNG and a Queen Gambit. That's the boat. Isn't the family boat? Yeah, that was the family boat that Oliver and his dad were on. That got shipwrecked. Okay, so the first thing that sort of catches my attention is that this PNG isn't loading. That's super sus. Let's open up hex editor against it and let's look up our magic headers. PNG, PNG. Okay, so this should be at the beginning. 8950, 8950 is not at the beginning. 8950 or E47 0D0A. D0A and then 1A0A, so that's right. All right, so that's actually going to fix up and say, hey, this is a PNG. Control X, Y. Now let's go look at this PNG. Okay, so that fixed the image. We've got just leave me alone. Here, take it. So this is also Slade, which sort of points me in the direction of the first image here. So the only difference about this image is it's a JPEG, and that does tell me there could be something hidden in it. So we can use stegseek. Oh, hey, would you look at that? Found phrase password, original file name. We got a zip and extracting to this out. So I guess it didn't even need to fix that PNG if it just goes and heads and tells me the password. So what kind of file is this JPEG out? Okay, so this is a zipped archive. I think it did actually say that. So let's go run a zipped unzip. So archive. Okay, so that's given us a password.txt and a shadow. So password.txt, this is your visa to land on LIAN YU, just for fun. A small note about it: having spent years on the island, Oliver learned how to be resourceful and set booby traps all over the island. In the common event, he ran into dangerous people. The island is also home to many animals, including pheasants, wild pigs, and wolves. Okay. What about this shadow? Super random, but maybe this is now going over to SSH and this is the password? I mean, because this sort of looks like a password. Holy heck, there's questions. I didn't even realize I didn't even look. Whoops. Okay. All right. So what is the web directory you found? So we found that a little ago. What is the file name that you found? So that was what ended in .ticket. What is the FTP password? Okay, that I'm not gonna remember. Pasted that in. What is the file name with SSH password? Oh, okay, well that's actually where we're up to. Awesome, so now it's over to SSH. So we've got user.txt and root.txt to go ahead and get. So we use this as our FTP password. So perhaps it's also our SSH username. Our FTP username. And paste in the password that we just found. No. Let me just try it again. So after a few failed attempts, looking at the actual image of who's in it, that's the only way I can find this user. And we're in. All right, here's our user text. Thank you very much, Felicity Smoke. Awesome, so the last part of the puzzle is getting our root.txt. So one of the first things that we want to do is see if we can actually run a sudo command. And it looks like we can. So pkexec execute a command as another user. So is this what sudo replaced? Allows an authorized user to execute a program as another user. If username is not specified, the program will be executed as the administrator super root. So I guess where sudo, I think you can just do any command as another user, and the default is also to run it as root. This is like just for executing. So if we can run this as sudo, does that mean we can then just execute anything like a shell? Yes, it does. Let's go over to root and let's go ahead and cat out our root.txt. Mission accomplished. You're now injected with Mirakura. Now Slade will become Deathstroke. Ooh. I don't remember what that is. Is that like a drug on the island or something? Anyway, we got our root.txt. Thank you, Deathstroke. I was so excited to see you become a villain in the DC. I'll settle for a TryHackMe room. All right, guys, that was LIAN YU. That was a fun room. I appreciate you watching up until the end. Up on the screen, you're going to see Dark Waters Part 2, the OSINT investigation that I'm currently going through. So go check that out if you haven't. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next one.